Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is feeling exposed or vulnerable because information that they have been dishonest about is coming to light through other means. Hello, Carrie. So, this King of Swords in the reverse is worried that whatever they have said or whatever efforts they have made to try to hide from their past or the reality of the situation have not really gotten them the results that they wanted. There's going to be someone else who speaks up, or there's going to be evidence that is found by, the interested parties. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Wind Chime Time. And I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Famous Seamus. Hello, Corey. Hello, Jamie. If you're interested in a personal reading, I'd love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is a link to help you understand more about the memberships that I offer. There are 3 different tiers, one of which includes a monthly 3-card pull. This is the Marigold Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. 5 of Rings or 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in the reverse and the 3 of Wands. This feels to me like an outsider or somebody who has been forgotten. Someone who has maybe been lied about or been dishonest about what happened. There's, with the 3 of Wands, someone who's going against what everybody else is saying. So like changing their story, or all of a sudden realizing maybe I'm not that person's alibi. Maybe that actually did happen. So a little bit of a reversal after maybe covering for this King of Swords. These could be people who are in a relationship. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords can represent exes. But that doesn't have to be the case, right? This is somebody who's willing to say the truth, and it goes against what somebody else is trying to claim was what happened. See, what had happened was maybe not. So 8 of Wands in the reverse, something that has been kept secret is now coming to light. And it is unpleasant for at least this King of Swords in the reverse, right? I thought I could keep people distracted, or I thought I could convince people this is what happened. But whatever has been held back or kept secret is, I think, going to be exposed by this person. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse is someone who is going against the grain or not saying what everybody else is saying. Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Queen of Rings or Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Disloyalty. Hanged Man. Maybe for fear of consequences. Maybe to get a deal. Three of Swords in the reverse. Page of Swords. So 3 people here that are like they have something in common. And I feel like one of them is going against the other 2. So even though, like, it could be a child custody situation where we have a child speaking up about the reality of, who treats them with respect or who is present. But we have one person saying, I know that's what they said, but let me tell you the truth. I'll tell you what really happened. 9 of Swords in the reverse. It gives a lot of anxiety and I think stress to this individual, or maybe the other individuals, right? Because there's probably 3 of these people. It doesn't seem to be solvable, or there doesn't seem to be a way to address this. It's like, well, the bowl has a crack in it, and so my cereal is dripping out. Like, I can't really do anything about this right now other than like avoid it having like worse consequences, right? There's already been a leak, if you will. So let's get a few from, this is the situations deck. Someone can't pretend anymore. It's like a magnetic force. If you have a sibling and one of you was really insistent on being friends when the other one was like too cool or too like I'm older than you, so whatever. I was the younger, so I was always following my brother around, right? And he was probably trying to be cool without me like tagging on to everything, right? But couldn't get rid of me. This is someone who cannot get rid of a friend or perfume, if you will. The cologne of desperation. So interesting that I was talking about child custody, and here we have this financial support card that does say child and alimony on it. So it could be, you know, one person is elucidating the reality of the situation so that a court case or a court decision can be made. And then we have the offer. So, like I said, I feel like someone's telling the truth and there's an offer on the table, right? There's something here that's making them feel like maybe I should just be honest and tell you what really happened. Good morning, April Fools. How you doing? So we have drastic cutoff, extreme harsh cutoff. And then we have history, came out in the reverse. A non-disclosure agreement. I'm not going to abide by this non-disclosure agreement. I'm not going to do this. Asking for protection because they are going against the wishes of the other two. There could have been some sort of affair that happened, or physical attraction that complicated things. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Time's up. Chariot in the reverse. There's no more, like there's nowhere else to go. So cornered, right? I feel like this is like a plea deal, or I'll tell you the truth because I know you're about to make a serious decision. There's no more time to like procrastinate or pretend that things are going to change. I guess I have to do something about it. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. There's definitely been some procrastination though. I was hoping I could just kind of melt into the background. I was hoping that I could disappear into the shrubbery. But they have the truth. They know what really happened. And I think there are some people who appreciate that, right? It's not like a mystery partner. Justice, Nine of Swords in the reverse again, which is clarifying the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is about anxiety that is like consuming this individual, because there is a sense here that someone is really interested in seeing them not get what they want. So we could even have somebody who's making a threat. But I do feel like there is one person out of three that is saying, I'm going to tell the truth. You're not going to like it. That's okay. I got mine. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Trying to make sure that the timing is like perfect for the revelation of this information. We have the Hierophant, someone who feels like the rules must be followed or the process must be followed. Six of Wands in the reverse. So whoever has attempted to avoid consequences or whoever was shifting blame, this is someone who is going to be able to realize, I don't have any other options. It's pretty clear that no one's believing me, or, I said I made this much money and here's the actual paycheck. Like whatever lie is happening, it's met with some pretty strong evidence. Primarily because there is this person who's willing to not be loyal to the people that they were friends with, in cahoots with. This is the Bianco Nero. Hello, Index. How are you doing? Hello, Renee. Hello, Matt. What's up, James? Hello, Redbeard. Yeah, I don't know. Index, if you're trying to have some sort of like test, I'm not really interested, but there are plenty of people in the live chat who have watched me quite a lot. I could probably answer some questions for you. We have the Hierophant, the Four of Cups in the reverse, King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. I think we have competing offers. I think we have someone who might even be a little bit delusional, thinking that things are going to go their way, but they really don't. We have some avoidance of eye contact. If they see anything in my eyes, they're going to know that something is changing or something is up. But it's like someone's refusing to believe that there could be problems for them. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. Waiting for the problem, waiting for the battle, feeling like it's inevitable that there's going to be some issues. Yeah. It is what it is. You like it or you don't. That's cool. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I just feel like there's a concern here regarding reputation that also might kind of also affect their money. But there is at the core of this, it's like I'm seeing, was it the Mamas and the Papas where they had, I think Michelle maybe had dated both the men in the group. It feels to me like we've got someone who has leveraged their good looks, and could be a woman, could be a man. It's not reading for gender. It's not getting specific, but this is somebody who knows that they have this appeal, something that draws people to them. And it could be, I have a really nice boat. You never know, right? Check out my Mustang. Like, okay. But with the King of Wands in the reverse, I do feel like this was, I want to take things or get things that I don't really have a right to expect. So are they potentially stealing? Are they breaking the law? Probably yes. Is this somebody maybe doing some fraud in order to pay less on their child's support? Possibly. There's just some shenanigans with numbers and criminality where one person is unwilling to continue to lie about what happened because things are getting worse. Things are getting more difficult. Maybe they feel like there is only a matter of time before the truth comes out anyway, so I might as well just like be ahead of the curve and tell the truth, right? What's up, other James? I won't call you other James every time, sorry. Gotta come up with like a, oh no. You guys, is it buffering for you? Oh no. Nine of Cups in the reverse, Six of Wands. This is like, I can win if I throw you under the bus, or I can find a way to get out of this difficult situation if I don't cover for you, if I make it seem like you did everything, right? Or if I trip you, then the Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to get you first, you know? Just kidding, you guys. I know dinosaurs are not around anymore. Jurassic Park just got me believing that, you know, things can happen. Real Fortune in the reverse. The Fool. Four of Swords. I heard better you than me. Yeah, I think we have a willingness to kind of like separate themselves from the pack or the group or the people that they had previously, you know, been besties with. But with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is like I'm trying to give whatever bad energy I've been dealing with to this person, or even give my share to somebody else, right? And I do feel like there could be some criminal behavior that leads even to a jail cell, because we do have the Four of Swords. James the Second. It does have a very royal view or sound to it. You want to be the old James? Is it like fancy, like antique style? Let's go with the Golden Art Nouveau, shall we? So are you telling me that the buffer went away? I hope it went away. What do we have? Queen of Wands in the reverse, Empress in the reverse. That's some gross energy. Oh my goodness. I need a shower now. That is gross. Whew. Queen of Wands in the reverse, Empress in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. Ew. Some people have no difficulty in setting aside their moral compass, no difficulty setting aside loyalties to other people, even if those loyalties had withstood other, you know, battles or difficulties in the past. This is like, whatever I have to do for me, I'm going to do for me. And the High Priestess in the reverse could even indicate that instead of covering for someone, now we might have a pretty dramatic swing to the other side of, yeah, I'm even going to maybe tell them that you did the stuff that I did, or I'm going to try to make sure that I have very little like consequences to this situation, and you can take a little bit more. This is, I would even go so far as to say this is hateful energy. But it's not based in, like, I don't pick up on it being based in passion. Like, I want you to want me, or you really hurt me. This is just like a, if it helps me, okay, sorry that it doesn't help you. I'm thinking about what I need. I've got a plan for myself because I want to be able to have this Six of Wands. I want to improve my own station, improve my own situation. Lovers in the reverse. Three of Wands and Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I didn't have a choice. If it was either me or you, then it was going to be you. I was the one who moved fastest, or the first mover, right? I wasn't going to let go of my opportunity, or I wasn't going to like hesitate because of you, right? This person is just entirely focused on what works for them. What do they want? And they don't think about other people's feelings. They don't think about other people's situations. It's just me, 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 all the time. It must be exhausting. This is the Gypsy Oracle. What else do we have? I guess, yeah, it depends on the situation. Hello, Nahab, how are you doing? What else do we have? Melancholy and servant. I did all the hard work. I did all of the, like, I feel like this is, if you look at the movie The Mummy, there was the dude that helped the actual mummy, right? Like the little assistant. There's something here about I made things like happen. I made it easier for you, or I was always there to clean up your messes, right? I'm not going to do it this time. Clean up your own mess. I don't know. Like, have you ever gotten to that point with something? Yeah, I think it's something that happens over time. If you ask this person to help out and it's self-serving for them, then they will. But at this point, you're up against their own interests. So they're like, no, under the bus you go. So we've got Lover and Sweetheart in the reverse. So again, I say there's some sort of lust or like physical intimacy here, but I don't sense any emotions. I mean, this person, the High Priestess in the reverse, doesn't seem to have a lot of emotions coming through other than I want what I want. Now, this person's come through as the Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse, and the High Priestess in the reverse. That's a lot of negative energy and pretty much suggests that this person has been probably in the similar type of situation before where it's like me versus them, right? They may consistently end up in those situations because of kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I always feel like it's me versus everyone else, or nobody understands me, that kind of thing. Cheerfulness. Despair. So we go from being on top of the world to feeling like you've lost everything. I don't know if this is just the High Priestess in the reverse. It could be multiple people, but it does feel like we have a very luxurious lifestyle being interrupted by the courts. Ooh, prison. Yeah, someone went to jail. Maybe all three went to jail. Wedding in the reverse. This is like a partnership without a wedding ring, right? This is the Gold and the Normand. Yeah, I think there's a difference between being self-aware and, you know, working towards the things that you want in life and being like selfish. I even hesitate to say that because I do think that there is some virtue in a little bit of selfishness, right? You can't always be giving to other people and never have something for yourself. It's about finding that balance between pursuing what you want and what you need in your life, but also being able to be supportive and celebrate for other people when they get what they want, right? Can't always be about you. That's it, I suppose. Dilemma, the challenge. So we have 30, which is the lily, and sun, number 31. I feel like this is saying, I'll give you the information that you want if you make my life easier. I'll give you the insights you need, but I want a better situation. And we have number 28, the man, and number 32, the moon. So it feels like we've got someone trying to negotiate something in secret. And we do have some sort of a deal on the table, right? An offer. Sorry, I got to see if my table's about to fall. Oh, yeah, it was. It's like one of those leaf things. So if you don't have the extender through, then this part would like fall. So I think this is a kind of under the table agreement, or someone who's trying to say, let's do this and then I can do that. But it all hinges on a deal with somebody who has like never really had the ability to consider someone else's perspective, and I think would regularly go back on agreements or just do what makes sense for themselves. So are they going to actually follow through on this offer? I don't know. Maybe. I'm sending positive energy, Mahal. We've got, I don't think you can see this. So I had already pulled out the deck or the cards from the situations deck, right? And then I pulled out this first card from What's the News? Lust, greed, bareback, inconsiderate. I do feel like greed is part of it, but I don't feel like there's love here. I feel like this is, one night stand kind of thing. And we have key player, important person playing an essential role, irreplaceable. I do feel like that is I saw both of them. That is the Empress in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. Maybe we have some concerns over this situation because there are some preferences that people don't want to get out. But we do have toxic energy here. Yeah, but whatever happens with this toxic individual or individuals, they were not able to exhibit any self-control. It was like, you got a box of donuts and you really like them. Can you stop after one? Can you stop after 1.5? This person was like getting donuts every 2 seconds. Such a weird way to say it. No self-control, okay? And now what they thought was going really well, or the little, one-night stands that they were able to enjoy, now that information is coming out. So we could have a marriage that is ending, and there could be like a prenup where, if you're not faithful, things are escalating a little bit quicker. We could also have somebody whose preferences that had previously been kind of kept in the background are now at the forefront of their reputation. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.